What's up, bitches? Well, I hope your winter was better than mine. What with all the death, isolation, and in my case, the looking like this. But that's all right. We're happy. It's over and spring is coming, and it's a strangely warm day. I think it's in the 60s right now. It's the first really warm day we've had, and it is today's March 20th. It's looking like temperatures are going to stay above freezing for the next week or so, at least, or as far as we can see for the first time. We've been getting down into the 20s at night still. We had a random day of 9 degrees at night the other night, so I've been hesitant to do anything. Okay, give me a minute, but screw it. It's springtime, so let's just get to it. We've got some work to do, and we've got to catch up on things that I should have done last fall. So we're going to start today with Norway Maple number 2. So basically the plan for this guy since the end of last year has been just a couple things. So one, we let this long leader grow to try and thicken up the trunk, but more importantly, get good taper coming out of just what was a trunk shop. So we may carve that down a little bit just to hollow that out. We're definitely gonna chop it either at this internode or at that internode. Make a game day on that one. And then we're gonna take back all of the smaller scale growth, all the branches, to the first internode to try to encourage a little bit of ramification. Now, if you've watched anything on my channel before, you'll know I have a lot of Norway maples, and Norway maples are just notoriously bad for bonsai. But that said, if we rewind and look where we started with this tree, it's got some funky movement. It's got a pretty awful root base. And I'm just imagining that this thing is sort of see if I could do the Nigel Saunders here. Here is Norway Maple number 2, showing really strong growth. We chopped a bunch of shit off right there so that this could become the leader. And I've let that grow just like I said I would. And it did. It's actually not horrible. I mean, when the leaves come out, it's going to look ridiculous because they'll get to be the size of my hand. So picture that. But, given the species, it's pretty good. But let's get to work. Oh, and the other thing is we're going to repot it. Because this pot has never drained well. Motherfucker. Flashback to, careful Alden, don't hit the tripod. You're going to hit it with your leg. Look behind you. You're going to hit it with your leg. This has never drained well. It's probably a little too soon to repot it. It could go another year is what I'm saying. And I'm not going to give it another year. I'm just going to repot it now. All right, let's get to it. Well, first things first, let's go ahead and do that trunk chop. I think, so we have two ways of doing it. We can cut it back to there, or we can cut it back to there. I think I'm gonna go there. Okay, first chop of the season. Here we go. Boom. From there, let's just go at it. All right, starting from the top down, we've got this guy. We've got a pair of buds right there. So I'll cut that, leaving a little bit of room for dieback because it's a maple. And we've got this guy here who's got a set of good looking buds there, some weaker buds there. Strongest set of buds is out there, but I don't like that internode. So I'm gonna cut it here and hope that either that pair or that pair grows out. Snip. And then right below that, we've got this guy. And there's a nice looking pair of buds right there, so I'll take off that. Turning around. That guy's gonna stay, gonna let him grow out. This branch here. Nice pair of buds right there. Long internode. So let's get rid of all this. Got this guy right here. Same story, comes out. Actually, was able to get him to bifurcate here. What is that? But there's a bud right there, so we'll just take off the terminal bud there. Boom, shaka, laka. And then the only thing I haven't touched yet is this branch right here with his associate there. So again, I got some bifurcation there. I don't think I want to touch this lower one. There's not much going on from the bifurcation point to the terminal bud, but this guy, there it is. There's the long, straight end internode. So we'll take off that. And I think we're going to call that good. I'm going to take a little more off this guy right here. That just seems silly. Snap, snip, snout. And that tail is told out, I think. Yeah, that's everything. Oh, there's 2 buds. It's gonna be tough to see, but there are 2 buds right there. I'm just gonna take off the weaker looking one. They're just too close together. And then we'll let it, oh shit, and then we'll just let everything else grow. See what happens. Now, unfortunately, the roots on this thing, the last time I repotted it, were horrible. They were essentially like a 3-toed chicken foot. So I am not excited about doing this, but I think it has to be done sooner rather than later. Holy fucking Christ. Okay, well, it's gonna be more work than I thought. This may be a good thing. Oh my God, this is really good. Well, let's rake it out and see what happens. Holy Christ. Oh man, just like in the videos on YouTube that you see. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna bring it out. Don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. Don't touch anything. Don't step on the... You're gonna spill it. All of these long wraparounds. This one right here. Force root. I think we're gonna leave it at this point. I don't have time to pick through this. Was not expecting this to be this crazy. Maybe next year or the year after I'll cut this one off. This is a sign of hope. This is a new one. So I'm going to see if I can train that to go in that direction. And we shall see what happens. Going in? So here we are the next day. And at least we were able to get a little bit of a trim in, and I think the tree will be better for it. But the root system is going to be lacking for at least another year. The good news is we've discovered that it's so vigorous we could probably repot this thing every year if we wanted to, but I was really hoping to get that root system straightened out. But hey, at least we gave it a little bit of a spring trim. And a spring trim is almost always a good thing. Anyway, that's it. Glad to be back out in the yard doing the bonsai stuff. Leave a comment. Help me out. Thanks for watching.